early on of what kind of match we're going to see.
Definitely. NaVi definitely want to take the early rounds here and be the team to take the pace, but at the same time, Simple and the boys have their say in this as well, so pistol round on its way.
And already shots fired. World Edit putting damage out toward middle. Hasn't connected with anyone just yet. Now he does. Gets the headshot onto Flamey. And in fact, it's Edward that drops just before that. Flamey now just joins him in the grave, but World Edit's already found some damage in return. Seized does find Blade. That brings it back to within one, and Seized goes down immediately after. Bondik's the one with the kill. Zeus comes back one more, but here's Simple. He's already arrived, and it's a double for him to close out the round. And Flipside, CT side have the first round, and that's very important for them.
Yeah, an early presence in middle from Simple again. That is 3 frags for him. World Edit helped him out well, though. I think he was playing in window, and he just gave that assistance to Simple, because he could have gone down actually very early in that round, and that could have been a difference maker here for NaVi, but it is Flipside that takes the early lead.
So early lead important, very important, specifically on a map where Flipside's defense has been slightly weaker. They've made a number of comebacks, including one against Liquid in the ESL qualifier, where they just take advantage of a relentless A push. Zeus this time will be the first to drop. It's Bondik with the FAMAS to get the kill. But look at the presence inside connector. They'll come back around. They're smoked off. Edward gets the bomb down.
Yeah, Flipside just gave away the bomb side, and they let NaVi plant the bomb.
It actually wasn't ever my mistake. It was NaVi in general, though. As we see, it was Seized. Edward was pushed forward, and that's where Blade found him and put him in the grave. Simple's going to go back. Seized goes in, but Simple's down. Guardian gets him, and now it's World Edit to come in. He's found 2, and they'll get this defuse. So only 1 kill goes out for NaVi, but they utilize smokes to the full effect. And remember, it's them that are so good with smokes on this A site. That's money in the bank for them.
Yeah, NaVi was actually hoping Flipside to play more aggressively and use those Tech 9s in their favor, but Flipside playing it smart and giving away that A side and just relying on the retake, making it work, and just relying on the longer distance shooting being in favor of the rifles over the Tech 9s. That's Flipside 2-0, and at least NaVi got the plant. They're going to be forcing it up again. Could be a questionable answer. I hope they really have something planned out here.
So 1 AK up. That's Seized.
There's a lot of weight on his shoulders right now.
It brings him back down to equalize up the money, too.
Now he's already down to 35 HP. He's given out that AK to Guardian.
Not a bad decision to hand it off. As the counter flash will push World Edit back deeper inside jungle. And he's just looking for anyone to cross over. There's no smoke directly in front of him, so that gives him the shot on the angle. And there's the first man out. World Edit makes good of it. Seized does go down. He looks for more damage out to the player on Palace, but Simple's the one that gets both kills before Flamey gets him back with that deagle on the headshot. He's low HP regardless, but makes good of the shot, and that's Markelov to close off the round. Zeus goes down, and Flipside get that one, and again, that force buy leaves them so broken over on the NaVi side that we might get 4 rounds going to Flipside before we establish some sort of presence from NaVi.
Yeah, that's more than likely at this point. NaVi would have needed a early kill there from Seized in that round for it to be a viable situation for them, but his inability to contribute eventually just costs a round. And Flipside making a statement early on here that they're here to play, and just very nice CT play so far from Flipside.
Bondik catches Flamey, so again, Flipside, the man advantage. Bondik looks for more. He spots one player dropping out of Palace. He actually does collect him in the end through the smoke, and he's going to get 3 as Guardian drops. Blade contributes with that AK just before that, and I do believe World Edit had a shot with the op just before that as well. So 4 now, but look at Guardian, already onto the op. No head armor to go with it, but 4 AKs. Mathematics don't make sense there. That would be 6, but AKs to support it.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the first battle of middle coming up next. Flipside has really proven that the shop is close on A so far. Let's see what kind of an answer NaVi have here. Seems like Guardian is actually going to be sneaking up towards A, and he's going to try to get a sneaky kill. Meanwhile, Flipside is very heavily aggressive here in middle.
Shot already out, traded this time. So now they've got a way into the site. Smoke's late to get there. Blade catches Seized as a result, but here comes Guardian over the top. Make it 1, whiffs on the second, so close. That would have taken down Simple and completely cracked open A. Instead, Flamey's still late to get there. And they're a man down. Zeus, meanwhile, has pushed into CT. That might catch off Blade. In fact, it does. He's crawling through, and Flamey gets Markelov. They pull it back. But it's still the most worthy opponent that they've got to go up against. It's Simple that's still alive, and he's on 95 HP. Has the M4, but he's split up. And Flamey goes all the way back over toward mid and back to A because Zeus calls that he sees Simple leaving. They'll get this plant. They're going to have to. So Simple goes all the way toward the apartments. He still thinks it's on B. And the question is, does he go for the retake or not? He does have reasonable money. He's got 6,800, so I think he will. He's going to go for it. He's got so much confidence tonight. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, when you're playing as well as he is, he can pretty much take any battle he wanted to.
So back up from the top of connector already. Looks toward the window. Still checking every single corner. Has to be dead sure of exactly where both are before time expires for too much longer. He'll smoke his way in. Fires off on the ramp. That's usually where they're playing, but it's not planted for there. Simple can't find it. He tries to go for the defuse, and Flamey's already got the better of it. NaVi in the round. 1 on the board for them.
Yeah, nice reactional play from NaVi. The call from middle probably came to Zeus and Guardian, who were going towards A, that they have heavy mid presses. That meant Zeus just ran out, got the sole guy on A. That opened up the bomb side, and they capitalized on the situation. Just good communication and instinctive plays, again, playing in favor of NaVi here.
And this time NaVi sets up for picks. Flamey's your solo player on A. Seized. Solo in the B apartments. He's got the bomb, though. He's already falling back. Shots rattle off at mid. Simple smoked. He's actually going to go to the ladder. He can't peek out from the catwalk. But World Edit's not inside window. He's inside the connector. He's actually watching toward the underpass right now with the op, so he's got to be careful because Zeus is coming up slowly. His only saving grace would be Simple to pop out from window right now, but he's still waiting top ladder because he's not sure if they're going to wrap on a catwalk. And if he drops, he can't get back in behind them quite so quickly, so he has to stay patient. He has to wait for the angle to fall into his favor. If he overplays this, they've got an opportunity to run directly past him onto B. And instead he goes back to the doorway. This is the right call because Edward might walk into it. There he is, and he does. Simple takes him down, and now he falls back up. Now he's got a chance to read the round. He's got the control back their way. It's a one-man advantage. Flashbang to go out. That catches off Zeus. And another one as well. He blinds him up. And Simple, he can't connect it. He's done all the damage, and he had the full advantage, but this time he whiffs on the shot. We haven't said that much tonight, but in this time, it will not go his way. And somehow Zeus gets all the way back inside of the underpass. Markelov's going to chase him down. He does get the kill in the end. Seas comes back, but it's a 1-on-3, and he's got very low HP. World Edit closes him off, and Flipside go right back. It's 5-1.
Yeah, again, NaVi had the read on the heavy mid presence from Flipside, but still unable to capitalize on the knowledge. Flipside just playing it very nicely, and Flamey whiffing that shot. Definitely two major contributions in outcomes around them. Flipside really doing a solid job so far, and they're dictating the play. Really putting it up and making it hard for NaVi so far on the T side of the Mirage.
They're back to the pistols. Flamey's got the deagle. We'll see if he can do something rather remarkable with it. World Edit fires away through that smoke, just hoping someone's misplaced inside Palace, and Simple's already found seized. And look at the aggression in mid. You talked about this. He's already down mid. He's pushing all the way up. In fact, he's actually going to back down. Cat just gets himself back in position, but
yeah, that's the right play at this point. They know they're NaVi saving, and they got the man advantage, so that's the right play. Fall back and just play your position.
Doesn't give away the M4 either by doing that.
Yep.
Because they are coming mid. They're all on that corner. Flamey, Edward, Guardian. The first two already around. Push to the left side behind the boxes. Edward's just going to wait. He's the one with the bomb. And it's Flamey that wants into the corner. He's got that deagle. He's going to be looking for the magic shot toward Simple, who's back toward the get-right spot. Slowly adjusts the angle and falls back out. Bondic waiting with the fire to delay the push from Palace. Zeus is the only one there. And he's getting impatient. He wants to go. He's got to wait for his teammate to get to connector, though, as Zeus does pop out. Blade spots him up. Bondic does find Zeus before he goes any further. So the man in shadow comes out on top. Simple's going to catch Guardian Edwards down. It's a double for Simple. He's on 1 HP, though. They took him very low, but they haven't got him off the map, and he's got the bomb secured. So Flamey's all that's left, and he's got the deagle. Goes for the jump shot. That's your low HP man, and Simple, but Bondic gets the kill in the end, and now it's 6 for Flipside. NaVi, no success on the eco, but money back in the pocket. Let's head to the store and buy some candy. AK's out.
Well, let's see if NaVi is really caught up on what Flipside is doing, which is they're just being very aggressive there in middle every single round. Is that going to make NaVi do an early push on A? Or are they just going to keep on pushing towards middle? Seems like they're going to be doing something similar they've done it before. Meanwhile, Flipside, again, very aggressive.
Edward gets the trade, though. Simple this time does go down. In fact, Edward gets the double, so this is looking good for NaVi. Markelov brings it back the way of Flipside, or at least evens it back up. In fact, he goes further. World Edit's going to take down Flamey, and it's all up to C's to get this kill on B to keep the round in place, but it's not going to happen. Flipside are holding strong. Their defense looking great this map, and that's scary for NaVi, because let's not forget, it's the T side where they really come alive. Zeus lurking. He wants to get one more. Does catch Bondic, but he doesn't have the bomb. It's way back toward mid. He has to go all the way back to get it. He's got time to do so. 55 seconds to work with. And low HP on both Flipside players. It's still winnable because the more time that expires, the more they've got to split up. World Edit is watching through the vents, hoping he can spot the cross, but unfortunately he only sees just to that wall. The angle doesn't exist there. And it's up to Zeus. Where does he go? Looks like it's going to be toward A.
Yep, he's going to make the right call.
So up connector he goes slowly. This now means World Edit has to start guessing. There's 25 seconds. It's been 30 since he's been last spotted. So he'll work out. He'll go directly in toward the vent. They hear him planning. They know that smoke's out. So where does he fall? Because he's going to get spotted right away. World Edit can't connect. Zeus actually goes back, and now this round is all his to win. World Edit doesn't hit the shot, gets countered, and Markelov on 25 HP has to come in a one-on-one post plant with Zeus with more than enough time to fall inside the ramp. So Zeus has full control. Fire goes out. That'll prevent his peek, but Markelov doesn't get struck directly on it. He's actually still searching for it, so the flames will extinguish before he can even hold the defuse. That means he has to bait out the peek. Gets the shot. Does he still have time? Nope. I think he does.
He does.
He does. Great win from Markelov. And that means Flipside extend the lead by 6, up to 7 rounds total.
All the trade kills are going in favor of Flipside at this point, all over the map. Which means that that middle area is in a lockdown right now. It's just not going to happen for NaVi as we speak. And it's not going to be a sustainable way of trying to pick up rounds if they're going to be relying on 1-on-2s or 1-on-3 situations like that, where Zeus was arguably the player with the advantage, but wasn't able to pull it off. Now I think this is going to be NaVi's time to switch up their play and try to do more of a direct attack to one of the sites.
Markelov rattling off shots preemptively in toward the B tunnels. The B apartments. Smoke's already out. Need to go in. No one's going to be close enough to take the damage. They're just posted back inside the courtyard. And it's going to be a Tech 9 rush. Flamey going back to his Deagle, hoping he can get them. They're going to run right through the fire. They don't care. Edward's the first in, but he's the only one in. They all stop. He goes and they don't. And that's misorganized because Zeus now does come in from Simple. If they had gotten that kill and they were already in the site, they might get a plant, but they might anyway. Seized gets a magical shot. That's Markelov down. Flash goes out. That prohibits World Edit from peeking off. Blade gets Zeus. He's countered out by Seized, and the bomb's down. They've got the man advantage, and they picked up this M4 as well. Seized is low HP. He's the one that has it. He might try and throw it off, but he's got the armor, so they'll keep it on him. There's no aim punch to keep him from having his shot and having his way with it. World Edit's going to hold this, hoping someone falls back, and they do, but he can't hit. That's the second time in 2 rounds he's not been able to connect on a shot, and Bondic's going to get seized. That brings it back, but look at the HP. It's 3 and 4 for Bondic and World Edit, and it looks like NaVi might have this, or do they? World Edit finds Guardian. Flamey responds with their Deagle, and there it is. Mom, he just killed a man. 1 shot from the Deagle. Bondic goes down, and it's now up to 2 for NaVi.
Yeah, the problem there for Flipside's defense was that Markelov and Simple, they got really separated. And Simple had to fight them all on his own, and Markelov couldn't help him at all because of the smokes and the flashes, and that was the big key. And there we go. Even though they were on a save, they were able to capitalize on a straight-up attack on one of the sites. And I think that is something they should be utilizing, but at this point it seems like they just want to keep contesting that middle area, and I think it's going to be very hard for them considering how well Simple is playing right now. Just look at him. He's just playing so aggressively.
Now we're going to see a bit more mid-presence from NaVi, where they've got the rifles to work with. And Guardian's already tagged up, though. That's the big thing. Down to 37. Shotgun for World Edit. He is inside connector, but he won't be able to hold catwalk quite so easily, even though he can see over the smoke. And that's scary, because Zeus is looking directly at him. Fires off that shot. No way, not from that range. Does get him down to 61, but it's not a one-shot kill as it would be if he were up close. So Zeus still has a chance to use this AK, and the smoke's actually going to give him a chance to get even further around the corner.
It's going to be a B push.
Flashes himself, though.
It's going to be a B push coming up here for NaVi.
And they're already in. They're already down the backside. Markelov has to play the reverse angle. Simple just gets there. And he's actually already countered as Flamey gets the kill onto him. Markelov's doing the job, though. Look at him from Catwalk, already two. Finally, Zeus gets him back, and Blade's going to burn away the others. And Blade's going to get more than that. World Edit finally does use the shotgun, and it's up to 8. Flipside holding strong on the back of Markelov.
Yeah, Markelov really showing up this match as well. A lot of crucial kills in crucial situation. Had he not been able to take those kills, it would have been all NaVi on that round. Even the third kill, even though it went to Blade because of that Molotov. Just nice plays from Markelov here, keeping Flipside on the lead, and a very broken buy from NaVi coming up here.
Broken indeed. Again, Flamey, though, going for this deagle, and we saw him get that double kill in the second round they picked up. He's got confidence in it. There's no question about that.
NaVi going for another P push. They had so much success last time there, opting to do it once again.
And they'll walk it into the B halls. Like you say, they want to go that direction. Simple this time will be the one on cap. Markelov's back in his default by the van. In fact, he's on top of it. He's riding the roof. He's even going to get closer than that. He'll get on the balcony. He's got to be careful, though. This smoke's slowly going to disintegrate. So he actually falls off it. There's no one to support him if he gets caught up close early. You'll often need a second player to hold the attention so he can walk out and get the slaughter, but they're already falling into his crosshair. Seized is the first to go. Markelov holds strong. Simple's going to get it from the other side of the site, so they've each found one. Markelov finds another. World Edit onto Zeus, and now it's all just Flamey. He has picked up the AK, does get the first, make it 2 now. He gets World Edit as well. 42 HP still left, and Markelov's just too patient. There's no pulling him out from the backside of the jail, and now he's got 9 rounds for his team. Flipside. 9-round CT on Mirage doesn't happen often, and you have to say with them on series point, this is boding well for their chances.
As you can see here, the biggest difference here in between this round and the other round where NaVi won this B push was the lack of smokes that separated Markelov and Simple. Now they could create a crossfire, and they just demolished NaVi. That's going to put NaVi on a save round here. So it's a potential 10-5 scoreline. It's looking very good for Flipside at this time.
Shots already coming in. Fast round. Big exchange on A already. Edward at least gets one for NaVi with these pistols, but that's all he's going to get. Flipside hold true. And NaVi right now do not have an answer and no money going their way because they split it up. It was 4 rounds with a win, 3 rounds then a win, and 3 rounds now with nothing else behind it. It means they haven't got a money bonus, so even the economy's been really rough against them. The wins they're getting are actually playing into Flipside in that regard.
Yeah, we haven't seen a single ace trap for NaVi yet. Let's see if they have something here coming up on this round.
And there's your first shot. World Edit gets it. Make it 2. Double peek. Huge play from him, and he gets 3. How quick is he? Unbelievable op movements. And Zeus goes down the last one, but he's the one that leads the way now. And I mean, you've got Simple. Yeah, we've talked about him all night. Let's not discount World Edit. This guy is also a masterful skill that you've got to take note of. By now, if you don't know this guy's name, you haven't been watching Counter-Strike recently. He is so strong.
Definitely is, and he's showing up here. He's being the top fragger on the server right now and making a lot of big kills. Meanwhile, NaVi, their plays are really lackluster so far here in Mirage. I'm actually very surprised with the way they're playing. Their middle plays have been demolished by Flipside, and now their A attack. That one there, that was not what I was asking for. I was asking for good smokes, good flashes, coordinated, well-timed. We didn't really see any of that. They were just running chickens to the crosshairs of Flipside.
And that means they're back to pistols again, because again, the money bonus isn't building up. So
and
Flipside are winning all the right rounds.
They are under heavy pressure. NaVi is right now. They're going to be potentially 12-2 down, and it's not a good situation to be in. It's a sort of a force buy.
Simple. He's not going to stop. He's already found 2 more. That's Edward seized. World Edit collects Zeus. At least Guardian gets 1 back. There's your Tech 9. Bondic drops. Blade's going to catch Flamey. World Edit doubles up as well. So he and Simple just continuing on.
Yeah, NaVi seems like a team that's really, really frustrated at this time. They don't get anything going for them, and these type of buys and the strategies they're executing right now are just underwhelming, and it's going to be an easy job for Flipside so far. Unfortunately, it seems like we're not going to have a close contest here on Mirage, as it is right now.
Well, that's the thing. It is not looking close. We're back to how the score lines were in map number 1, but it's a Cinderella story for Flipside. Question is, how long can they get on in this map before the clock strikes midnight? And NaVi come alive, because again, traditionally these two teams don't have this sort of matchup. It's usually NaVi that holds the ropes against Flipside. Not tonight. Not the way they're playing. They have been excellent individually, not to mention as a team. And Bondik's up close. This gives Flamey not much room to work with on this entry. Zeus is posted in the palace behind him. They've dropped the bomb back toward the horseshoe. And Simple falls off Cat. He knows Edward's up close. That one flash does catch him off, and he doesn't want to take the battle with Guardian. He's playing calculated at this point.
And again, huge problem for NaVi. They have barely any nades to work with.
Guardian versus Simple, one-on-one, and he gets both. He actually fires toward Connector first, and then Guardian walks into his crosshair, so it's an easy double. And now World Edit's going to catch Flamey. These two guys, you might as well remove everyone else, not to discredit them. Let's not take away, as Bondik, there you go, there's why you can't discredit them. But them alone right now are holding on to these sites magically. It's all about the trickery, and it's all C's that's left. And World Edit gets him as well.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just, before we jump back to us on the camera, let's just see it's 21 and 20 kills for them respectively. World Edit leads the way by 1. And then it's 12, 10, and 9. But their defense, man, holy moly. Those two guys, when they are rolling together, is even more scary than Simple alone.
I think it was more about NaVi being lackluster there than Flipside being good defense. To be honest with you, it felt like NaVi were running out of ideas, and especially later rounds, they were just horrible. Yeah,
where's the smokes? We mentioned it actually halfway through after they went for that eco with the bomb plant, the second round actually, that their smokes on A are usually textbook. They're actually the ones that set the standards. Again, I'll mention it. They were the one that came up with that 3-wall smoke early that then Kaboom, now Keydstars used all the time, and it was them that started it, not Titan. And usually they make that work at least 2 times a game. We didn't even see it once.
Yeah, you need to try to create a wall with those smokes and make it harder for the CTs to create crossfires. And you could see that in that beast rat. They made it work flawlessly. But after that, they didn't see it a single time.
Not once at all.
It's going to be very, very tough for NaVi. They're going to really pull a rabbit out of their hat if they want to come back in this match at this point.
I'm sure a rabbit would be nice. It would be flattering, and it's such a cute animal, but I'm sure they'd rather pull out 5 kills right now in this pistol round. Nade's going to go deep. That does decent damage, actually, to Bondik. So Zeus collects the kill with the pistol, and Guardian's already found World Edit as he tries to pursue one of those CT stairs. Bombs does still go out for Flipside. That's your key. And Markelov's actually found Edward. So they have a bit of time. They've got a bit of breathing room to set up these spots, and Simple finds Guardian. Comes up from middle. He's in connector. Zeus is inside the site. Blade catches Flamey. They're pulling it back. Simple again.
Yeah.
NaVi had the lead, and Flipside pull it back. And with the pistol round at 14, this looks like Flipside tactics. Not only will they take out VP, they might take out NaVi. And the way they're playing, Fnatic better hope they're awake. But that said, I would love to see Simple come into a LAN right now.
Definitely. I mean, just the way NaVi was so much on, like they really had that round, and then the Simple happened. He just went through connector and picked up all those kills, and he is right now taking Flipside over the edge here against NaVi. I'm lost for words at this point for how many times he's been contributing as much as he has.
It's nutty. I mean,
it's out of this world.
A one-map performance would have been enough for me to say, great, he's done his job, and that was impressive to watch. The fact he's been doing it all night is even more. There's your one deke from Flame. He catches out on Bondik, and they're actually going to catch Markelov as well. They swarm him. So they may give up the A site, but they secured a rifle, and that brings it back to a 2-on-3. Edward's got the AK, Zeus with the scout, because Markelov got caught roaming. Bomb does go down. Edward's going to go in from jungle. He actually gets up through the ladder room. And Zeus is going to go through Palace, so it's a big flank ×2. He doesn't even go to the ramp, and Edward's found Simple. This gets it back down to a 2-on-2. There's a chance now for NaVi. Blade stuck inside the site, and I don't think he's going to spot up that Zeus is behind him, and there it is. Easy scout shot, and it's all up to World Edit to bait this bomb plan out, but it's on the backside. Okay, he can still see it. Just barely has the vision, but they know he's there. Zeus knows he's there. He's going to hold this off, and it's much like Hiko for Cloud9. And they'll get the defuse. Zeus gets the kill. And they pull themselves back. So it's not done just yet, but it's still very close.
It is way too close, I think. It's going to be too high a climb for them to get over, and at this point, it's just an inevitable scoreline. It's going to be 16 for Flipside at some point. But yeah, just a nice rescue there from Edward. Pretty much, he got the crucial kill on Simple. Gave the bit of a lifeline for NaVi at this point.
They're going to rush it in toward B this time. NaVi's going to shut them down. Blade, Markelov just walk into the spam from the A1. And already Simple's been found. The SMG gets that kill. There's no reason for them to force buy because, like you said, they've got so much time in this map to really close it out.
No, yeah, you should never start force buying in these situations when you're 14. When you're at 14 and it's such an early stage of the second half.
Yeah, you just throw momentum away.
Yeah, don't do it. Kids, don't do it.
I knew you were going to go there. I was waiting for it. As soon as you said don't do it, I was waiting for like the PR message. Well, the public relations message right now is don't give Simple an AK. So far he hasn't been able to pull one out. But he will this round. They go right back to it. Bondik's got the Galil. He's the only one without an AK. As a matter of fact, and it's going to be a setup early on the horseshoe and B. In fact, they're going to go underpass. Simple wants to get up close and try and take the battle with Zeus, who's already lurking in that direction. But is he going to get caught? He is. Simple wasn't looking. And Zeus gets him. That's an easy pickup, and that's a big advantage for them. World Edit at least gets Edward back on the catwalk. That'll open up things at B. Markelov's still waiting. Seized is pushed up in kitchen as well. So if they catch him, they'll be able to rush. There's still a smoke out. Do they have another? They don't. They can't use another. Okay, they do. World Edit, but he's on 1 HP. He's got a smoke connector if they want to rush this B.
And Seized now. He's pushed up. He's going
to catch Markelov.
Yep, a lot of information for him to have at this point, and a very grim situation for Flipside in this round. It's going to need a bit of a miracle for Flipside to take this round here.
So NaVi might get away with one more before this is over. We do still have guns up. It would take a flawless entry from Bondik right now at Palace as Blade's still stuck inside middle. Zeus is still in connector just waiting for him. And this is tense. When does he walk forward? Does he get the shot? He does, and he does! He does! Zeus can't connect. He can't close it out. The M4 not powerful enough. So Blade's opened it up. Now they can pinch on the site. Bondik has gone down. That's crucial because there's no HP left for World Edit. So they'll get away with the round. But that almost came back the other way. And they'll go back to pistols, so we should get 6 from NaVi. So this isn't done just yet, but Flipside are still not going to feel pressured. They've got lots of breathing room.
Yeah, and these rounds are being very close so far. So with that being said, I think it's too high of a climb still for NaVi. But you never know. We've seen crazy things, and it would not be the most crazy thing I've ever seen if should NaVi come back from this.
And Flamey and Zeus start things off again, so NaVi will continue on. Anti-Eco so far looking great. Edward's going to contribute as well. That's Markelov. And Edward up close. Actually, he got the pistol kill. I thought it was going to be Guardian up close. Excuse me. And Flamey closes it out. So it is flawless. No bomb plant. No kills go against them. But as we can see, AK's already coming out.
And an AWP for World Edit. Let's see how he utilizes it. Is he going to go for the mid pick and F3 try and take that mid control?
Mid control's the thing. We haven't seen too much exchanges there because NaVi couldn't really get a presence in there early on in their half. Edward and World Edit seem to want to do battle this time, and they do both have that op. But the smoke's out on the window. That forces Edit to readjust. Guardian doesn't care. He's already found the shot. World Edit goes down. Simple's got to be careful. He's underpass. Can he catch Guardian? No, it's Edward to drop down and catch him. So Simple's out. That's 2 rounds in a row with the AKs out that he hasn't been able to find an early kill, and that seems to be the difference right now. NaVi's got it up to a 2-man advantage already. Bondik stuck inside Palace. Has this AK. Will they flash Flamey in, or will he just wait outside the doorway? Looks like right now he's going to wait outside the doorway.
Similar to the first half, we're seeing NaVi here with your early aggression as CT in middle and really taking it to the teeth, making them pay for trying to take that mid control.
Markelov falls back inside apartment. Seized was pushing up. He spots him, and Bondik's on the way in. He's already inside him, but watch out. Flamey's below, and he hasn't checked it. He has not checked it, and I fear for your life, my friend, but you almost get away with it, interestingly enough. Nonetheless, Flamey does get the kill, and that brings it back down to only 2 men left for Flipside. Markelov and Blade. AK and AK. Molotov and flashbangs out. One smoke as well. That bounces out toward Cat. Tries to cover them on the way in. Seized already here. Blade's dropped in. He hears him go down. And Blade gets the kill. Can they get this bomb plant? They might have a chance because it's late rotations. Edward's on the flank. That's the interesting one because they'll be able to hold out Guardian and Flamey, excuse me, if they can get into good positions. Markelov needs to read this, and he hasn't. So far, he hasn't. Now he will because Edward gets the first kill. Markelov brings it back, and it's all on him. Can he get them to match point? He knows Guardian's lurking in, and Guardian finds the kill. Great shot from the op, and they'll get another one. That's going to be up to 7.
Yeah, it was about time Guardian woke up on this match. He's only got 7 frags right now, and being as dominant player as he is, usually he really needs to step it up. He got the early pick there on Cat, and then the last kill there in B. So Guardian really needs to show up here if NaVi really want to have this comeback happen. But yeah, just good plays there. NaVi playing very similar to what Flipside did on their CT, and just taking the play to middle, and then getting those early 2 kills, playing a huge part in securing that 7th round.
And they're stacked inside apartments again this time. World Edit mans up, tries to be the first one in. But they've got smoked off. They've also smoked it out deep as well, so there's 2 smokes on the B apartments right now. Seized is just going to wait, though. He's on the back side of the van. Free candy for kids out of that van, and Seized wants to give it all away. As Blade and Markelov have other plans, they've gone to underpass. They'll smoke out Zeus. If he pushes forward, though, that second smoke's slowly going to be going away, and he might get the shot. Edward's already found Simple. Again, Simple, no entries this time. He hasn't been able to come on just yet, and Seized is going to go further. He catches World Edit. Blade goes down as well, and Markelov's got to do this job again. He brought it down so close last round, but there's no openings this time, and in fact, they don't even have the bomb to work with, and Seized is going to catch him, or does he? He just gets below the wall in time. Guardian finds him instead, but Bondic has Flamey. But Bondic only has himself to work with. Forever alone and forever dead. Guardian gets the kill. And NaVi are looking strong now, finally on their CT side, and the question is, when does Simple arrive back in the game? Because he and World Edit haven't found a kill in about 4 rounds going now.
That's what I was going to say.
Maybe 5.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. As long as Simple is kept on a leash like that, Flipside is going to have a lot of trouble getting those rounds that they need. And NaVi just doing a very good job so far, actually, on CT. I'm surprised how well they've gathered themselves, being as they have in such a grim situation, but so far so good for NaVi, and they can just keep stringing these rounds together. You never know what's going to happen here.
Smoke's going to go over. They want to go for this rush. They've only got the 1 Tech 9. Simple's on the Deagle this time. Markelov 35, Blade 51. Smoke's going to come in to counter this. C's going to put out the fire as well. Smoke's deep, fire close. They'll run through one into the other, and C's already spams away. That's Simple down. Markelov does respond, at least one into Edward. But Guardian's already put a nade in, and that's Markelov to drop. And Guardian's going to do more than that. The op comes up big. They will take it out of his hands, but they'll pick that back up. No issues there, and it's almost up to 14-9. Well, it is up to 14-9. It's almost up to 14-10, double digits both teams. So this is not done because Flipside aren't finding openings. And if NaVi pull this off, I will be damned. It will be a heck of a comeback, and it'll just add to the absolute weird performances we've seen tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I think Flipside here, the ball is in their court. They need to change up their play. They definitely haven't had any success there in the middle, and I think similar to what I asked from NaVi, they need to have some straight-up plays to either of the bomb sites and try to make those work instead of trying to grind that middle control, because right now the CTs have definitely dictated that middle play, giving Terrace no room whatsoever to work with the middle.
NaVi, Edward, catwalk, aggressive, trying to find a pick. There's the first. He does. It's World Edit goes down, so again, they can't find anything.
Makes it work round after round so far on CT.
And Simple's coming from underpass. He's done it every round and already looking away, and Zeus fires into him. He needs to look the right way. He's not. He keeps checking his back. He's not 100% certain he's safe. The good news is Zeus has fallen off the angle. So now we'll have to do the battle with Edward instead, and that's Op versus AK. Who's going to get the better shot? Obviously the Op. Edward takes him down. So another round, World Edit, Simple out early, and it's Markelov that has to step up if they want any chance into this. He's rushing toward B, and he's already welcomed. Edward, so smart. His rotation's on point, and he's got 3. He's got all 3 so far. And they've got to change things up. Flipside can't keep going with the same tactic. They keep walking into a mid-slaughter.
They have, and they really, really need to change it up. Otherwise, it's going to slip out of hand for them.
This would be a disastrous meltdown if they don't win it.
Yeah.
They have to win it. They had this at 14-2 with Pistol, and NaVi are looking so poised. Look at the money on their side. It's absolutely massive. They're all on to 5 digits before the bye. And they've got to change it. They've got to go to A. They have to. I mean, World Edit hasn't found a pick. Simple keeps walking up and losing the fight in mid because World Edit's down before that. There's no support on him, and he can't find the pick. They've got to try something different, and they will. Finally, they're going to look toward A.
Yeah, and they're speeding things up, too.
And they are very fast. They're already in. Smokes aren't even out, but Markelov's already on Tetris. Flash is holding him back. Simple's this time already in the site. He's at the firebox, but he's spotted. This time he gets a kill. Flamey does go down. It's Markelov out before that, and Zeus is forced off. The smokes are real. Very, very real and very thick indeed. Seized at least does get played. But Simple's still lurking, and he's going forward. He knows Guardian's on the other side of these smokes, and he just has to sit tight. The bomb's yet to be planted, and they're going to get them all. Flipside still can't get anything, and we are 3 rounds different. NaVi is doing this.
Yeah, by the looks of it, I never believed it would happen, but they seem to be able to grind it out. And now Flipside is ending up in this vicious cycle of force buying every round. I think they should have probably saved one of these rounds to pick up an op again. And then try a slow execution towards A site. Now that was just an A rush. Didn't work at all. NaVi just took care of business, and yeah, now it's time for a slow execution towards A site, I believe. Should be, but it's not happening so far.
And they're inside Flipside's head at this point. We said there was no pressure, now there's full pressure. This is normally the side they get their rounds on Mirage, and so far they've only got 1. They haven't found anything. They did a good job on CT. Maybe it's a curse. Maybe their luck comes from not being a performing CT team. So they'll slow it down big time. They got into the site last time, but they couldn't secure it, so they'll look for a better execution. Markelov's going to lurk over toward UB apartments, but the rest of them are setting up for A. They've given up on mid entirely. Zeus has been strong in the connector. He may not have a lot of kills to his name. He's got 14, but he's had the impact frags in this half, and Guardian's been supporting him well. But it's Flamey and Zeus that'll come under fire first. That first smoke's already out. Zeus will get on the stairway. He'll see above it. Simple wants to make these shots count. His entries tonight, aside from this half, have been absolutely amazing, and already he takes a bit of damage, but does fire away, and it's Flamey down. He gets him on the second tie, and now World Edit contributes. They both got kills, and this might be just enough. Flip side in. Blades planning. Seized comes around from CT. Edward comes through the vent. He's already through before World Edit can get into position, though, so no disadvantage on the movement speed. That gives him the kill to go back to NaVi right now, as Simple looks for more, and he might get it. He does. Spray control is successful. Seized to drop, and it's just Edward and Guardian left. They've got 2 ops, and they can stick around to go for this because they've got all kinds of money, but it's just going to be Guardian now, and he might actually decide not to. He just wants to hurt the economy, if anything, and he will. He gets Blade. That's 1 more down for Flipside, and more money that goes away from F3, but they're going to be on match point after this round. They finally got that elusive 15, and maybe that's enough to push them over. And again, it was finally Simple and World Edit both contribute. That's the difference so far.
Yeah, and the slow execution towards A side. It worked in their favor, and definitely Simple, obviously, getting those picks. I think he killed maybe even 3 guys in that round. Played a huge role in Flipside picking up that round, and yeah, now if the only problem right now here is if should NaVi take this round. They're actually not that far away from clinching that overtime, because that would mean Flipside would be horrible in terms of money. So this round here is actually very, very important in that regard.
And they'll slow it down again. Simple's going to go to your A main, or your ramp, call it what you will. World Edit's inside Palace. Bondic is directly behind him. Markelov still not sure if he wants to go down the underpass or wait for Edward to perhaps get impatient over on the B balcony. That's where he's playing right now as Blade grabs the bomb. He'll go back toward A, so Zeus is waiting. They do have this op out for him as well as for Edward. It's not Guardian that's going to be holding one, or is it? My mistake. It is Guardian. Flamey's already dropped down. It's Zeus with an auto sniper. I saw him scoped in. I thought it might have been an op, but it's an auto sniper, and he uses it well. Simple's already off the map. He's relieved. I'm not sure Flipside will be, because without him, they've had struggles getting into bomb sites. Guardian's going to find World Edit. So again, both of them go down with no kills. That's been a huge impact right now in this game. And Edward's pushed up. He finds Blade. Quick shot with the CZ75. He goes for the knife because he's out of ammo in the magazine. And Markelov gets him as a result. That brings it back to only a 1-man advantage. But Guardian extinguishes Markelov already. Get the eraser and forget he ever existed. And he'll do the same with Bondic. And it's only 3-round spread. Flipside. It's tense. Will they force or not? That's the question, and the best bet would be to save, because they still have match points to play for. If they don't, they'll throw this away and bring it back way too close.
They should definitely save at this point. They know the money for NaVi is out of control for them. That doesn't really matter at this point. All they got to play for right now is to make sure they have enough money for doing whatever they like to do. But on that round, Edward's timing on how he pushed Kitchen played a huge role in that round going into NaVi's way. Had he not been able to get the kitchen before those two guys got in, it could have been all different.
We'll let it get seized. So this time he does have a kill, but they don't have the firepower to support it. Zeus goes back. That's Simple down again. And Flamey gets Bondic as well. Blade falls immediately after. Flamey with the double. Edward throws this nade. He saw him cross over, so they'll just do the early damage onto World Edit. He's on 11, and he's got far less than that as the op will take him from there down the rest of the way. Sub-Zero onto him, and now it's only 2 rounds. And as we mentioned, they'll go back to the weapons. World Edit's going to go for the op, but they need to find these picks early. They've only got 2 rounds this half.
Yeah, and it's been their A plays that have that's been the only ones that have been successful so far. So see if they opt to do that again, or if they feel they have a strength somewhere else on the map.
The crazy thing about this half is that Simple's still on 29. He's only found about 4 frags in this half in general. Yeah. Make that 5, actually. I think it was 24 at half, but no less. It just highlights how good he has been. But now that they found a way to counter him and he's gone silent, look at the difference it's making. So either the rest of Flipside need to pick it up, or he just needs to find one more huge round and secure this series for them, because, again, they've got the 2-1 lead in maps. And it would be all over if this is tense. NaVi is fighting their way back into this to try and force it to Inferno. And after a meltdown like this from Flipside, you'd have to say the mental edge might go their way. And if they pull off this comeback, and that's going to be what happens, how incredible of a story would that be? And how heartbreaking for Flipside. That's why we love Counter-Strike. It gives you a bit of everything, and right now it's giving you more than that. As it's another slow performance right now, another slow round for Flipside. Bondic and Palace, Blade waiting outside the A main. World Edit looking for the op shot onto Edward. He actually tags him up. He's down to 36, but he wants more. He's going to push forward. He's got to be careful. There's 2 waiting for him, and the fire's going to go out. That pushes him back, and that might actually be a saving grace because there's so many more nades looking at him, and he's already down to 50 HP. He might be sticking around too long. He needs to get away. Why is he not joining on A? I know he wants to hold these rotators in place, but right now they just need to take 1 site. That's all they need is 1 take, and Blade's going in. Flamey's in shadow. Bondic's not coming in to support. Blade does get the kill. That's huge, as Guardian still waits on Catwalk, in jungle, as he gets flashed off, and he can't find anything. Markeloff finds Zeus. Simple's been removed, but World Edit's still around. C's going to come from Catwalk, and this bomb is going to go down, or does it? It does not! Guardian, that's huge. He gets Blade before it gets in place, and they do it! They hold it out because of that, and NaVi's within 1. Unbelievable comeback right now. NaVi, against all odds. The composure is utterly ridiculous. This is huge.
Guardian getting that pick probably saved them here, because the bomb obviously went down. Wasn't able to plan it. Flipside, and yeah, this is just a naughty comeback we're seeing from NaVi at this point. And that's gonna put Flipside in a situation where they're force buying. They're working with 1 AK and 4 pistols. Plenty of nades to work with though. So let's see what they have in store for us.
What a match this has turned out to be. 14-2 at one point for Flipside Tactics with the 2nd round pistol, and an Eco starts the most incredible comeback. We thought VP TSM was good at Star Series. This is equally on the same page right now. And look at the gun setup. Again, Zeus going for this auto sniper, and it's double op to complement it with only 2 M4s for Seized and Flamey. And Seized is inside B. Flamey's up close at A, so they're going to put those to the test on those choke points. At Flipside, have to be at a loss for words.
Definitely.
This is a bitter pill to swallow. And already Guardian's got Blade. World Edit goes down as well. Edward gets him, and they're not getting the openings whatsoever. They can't find any angles, and NaVi's just waiting for them to walk out, and it's just destroying them. Bondic wants more. He might find Flamey. This time he does check the angle, so they've got an opening to A. Simple's going to come around. He's still up. That's crucial as Bondic finds Zeus as well, so double, and he's going to push forward. He's going to secure beyond the site, and he gets 3. Bondic, this is a hero round from him. Forget Simple. It might be all up to Bondic to carry them across the finish line as Edward finally counters him, but Seized, or pardon me, Edward is under pressure now from Simple. Markelov takes down Seized, and it's all up to Edward. It's so close yet so far. It's a 1-on-2, and can he do it? He's got time ticking away against him, and that flash will deter this even further. He's on 1 HP, and have they done enough? Has Bondic stepped up when he needs to, and Simple closes it out. How fitting is that? But 16-14, and Flipside, hold on. My goodness, what a night of Counter-Strike. They go through, so adding to the VP win, they take down NaVi, although NaVi was questionable at times.